Every time he unveils one of his new inventions, tech-savant Elon Musk astounds everyone. This time, Musk led the Boring Company and recently unveiled the Hyperloop, a massive project that has shocked American scientists by sounding like a physics idea. This Hyperloop is what? What about this enormous undertaking is so shocking? Welcome back to another exciting video from Musk News. Today's video is about Elon Musk just launched a mega project that shocked American scientists. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. It's not a physics idea or hypothesis, no. Keep watching the video until the end to learn the entire tale. Elon Musk is a brilliant scientist and inventor who has received numerous honors for his inventive invention and business acumen. Business executives, elected officials, scientists, and customers love Elon Musk. Musk has been actively rewriting history since he was a teenager, though some of his businesses are more well-known than others. Early software initiatives and software companies have since developed into consumer goods and concepts for public transit. And while some of those ideas might initially seem unreal, Musk's track record has convinced many doubters otherwise. His estimated net worth of $200 billion is partly due to his creative thoughts. The most current idea for Musk might be his most ambitious one. The Hyperloop combines an air hockey table, a railgun, and a Concorde. Elon Musk claims that after writing a paper detailing the technology's functioning, he and the engineers at SpaceX and Tesla left it at that. The word Hyperloop was created to describe a vacuum tube train design made available as open source in 2020 by a team that included members of Tesla and SpaceX. It aims to make it possible for commuters to reach San Francisco from Los Angeles in no more than 35 minutes, quicker than a commercial trip. Operating the rail system in a tube with external air pressure will decrease drag, enable higher speeds of up to 800 miles per hour, and use less electricity. The name of it will be Hyperloop. The biggest obstacle was the expense of the land and the technology needed to make this a reality at that time. Passengers can travel at speeds exceeding 700 miles per hour thanks to magnetic levitation, which uses a near-vacuum tube and a series of magnets in the tunnel to repel magnets connected to the train. Some contend that the Hyperloop could be more workable because the system would be more costly and energy-intensive than Musk predicted. Passengers might not find the experience of traveling through a tube faster than the speed of sound enjoyable, even if the Hyperloop is demonstrated to be reliable and safe. The uninteresting company constructed a mile-long test track and invited engineering teams to build and test their Hyperloop cars in California during competitions in 2016, 2017, and 2019. The appeal of the Hyperloops, though, diminished over time. Many people believe Musk's initial Californian aspirations were a whim because they seemed to fizzle out. He had no desire to pursue it. The 0.8-mile test track or Hypertube for the Hyperloop system, constructed by SpaceX and Hawthorne as part of the Hyperloop project, is still mentioned by the business on its website. However, given that a full-size car can still enter, this is similar to the SpaceX Hyperloop student competition test course. Given that the Hyperloop was supposed to require special pressurized vehicles to function in a New York vacuum environment, a standard atmospheric pressure, the Boring Company's plan to place a Tesla vehicle inside the tube is intriguing. It's just a Tesla on an underground motorway. The business does not mention a low-pressure environment on its website. The Hyperloop is an ultra-rapid public transportation system that allows users to move at speeds of up to 600 miles per hour in self-contained electric pods. Despite the Hyperloop's claims of faster transit, Loop and Hyperloop systems can be supported by company tunnels. Las Vegas's Loop has encountered snarled underground traffic. Fort Lauderdale is considering a loop system, and proposals from Miami and Austin are also being prepared. Even a component of Musk's Hyperloop was going to be unsure. He encouraged other Hyperloop enthusiasts worldwide to take up the ball and run with it by making his initial plan open source, and they did just that. A limited number of businesses are competing to create the required technology. The companies are planning Hyperloop routes both domestically and internationally, in addition to developing the magnetically levitated pods and testing them on miniature tracks. 40 passenger pods are 100 feet long and have virtual windows with video screens that mimic the outdoor landscape. In the meantime, Virgin Hyperloop One has built prototype pods with armrest-mounted displays and leather seats. It's happening all over the globe much more quickly than I would have anticipated, said Dr. David Goldsmith, a transportation expert at Virginia Tech. One of the most significant actors is Musk. In contrast to the fastest Amtrak trains, which take just under 3 hours to travel from Washington, D.C. to New York City, his named Boring business plans to construct a Hyperloop tunnel. California-based Hyperloop Transportation Technologies and Virgin Hyperloop One also developed North American lines, east and west. With too many congested roadways, crowded cities, and weather-delayed flights, the exotic wellness train is about to take off and fulfill the fantasies of science fiction fans everywhere. High-speed tube travel appeals to many individuals. Compared to cars and planes, the Hyperloop claims to be less polluting, along with cutting down on travel time within the metropolis. Furthermore, by enabling workers to conveniently journey to work locations hundreds of miles from their homes, Hyperloop travel has the potential to change morning rush hour. In Elon Musk's dream, steel tubes with an 11 feet diameter put on the ground or underground tunnels will make up the Hyperloop routes. The routes must be carefully selected to avoid existing infrastructure like roads and buildings and to avoid abrupt turns that could give passengers unpleasant jolts as they travel from one station to the next. As air resistance decreased, the pods would progressively accelerate and decelerate, slowing them. The Hyperloop is advertised as being incredibly quick, silent, and smooth. The ultimate goal of Hyperloop developers is to build devices that can transport cargo at up to 760 miles per hour. The prototype capsule has reached a top speed of 240 miles per hour. Virgin Hyperloop 1 tested its technology in the Nevada desert last December. Once operational, commercial Hyperloop routes will likely be unaffordable. A Hyperloop route's first mile might cost up to $121 million. The cost of Hyperloop seats, per Forbes. She is not known. Hyperloop travel can, however, be more expensive on certain days and times, just like other transit modes. The Boring Company, owned by Elon Musk, recently declared that testing on its first full-scale, high-speed Hyperloop transit system has begun. The worries of Ali and detractors that the Hyperloop was too fantastic to be true. The business received $675 million in funding, and the Los Angeles Hyperloop test track was removed before the announcement. It is developing plans for longer-distance Hyperloop systems, such as its first commercial use in Las Vegas. Musk asserts that a Hyperloop would benefit Morris because its atmosphere has a density of only 1% of that of Earth at sea level, negating the need for tubes and allowing for the construction of a Hyperloop without them. The company has not verified the exact location of this new Hyperloop test tube, but it is in Texas. The Dole business tests its technology on a land close to Austin. The boring industry has acknowledged working closely on developing Hyperloop systems with several regional governments and private stakeholders. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.